Hi, I'm Johnny John. So in life, it's easy to develop a habit of always doing things without being in focus and letting our mind wander off. So in this video, I want to talk about the importance of being in focus, of not letting our mind wander off, of how not being in focus can affect our state of happiness. So in life, it's easy to do things and let our mind wander off. For instance, daydreaming, thinking about being in another place while we're in a classroom or in a job. Now, we may do this for many reasons. Maybe it's because we don't find the thing that we're doing in front of us is meaningful. Or we may be worrying about other problems we have in our mind. Or we may just want to rush to complete something else. Now, when you are not in a state of focus and letting your mind wander off, three things will happen. The first thing is that your happiness will drop. The second thing is that your productivity and your efficiency will drop as well. And thirdly, you will feel more tired. Today, I just want to focus on the most important part, which is the relationship between focus and happiness. Because I want you to develop greater happiness in life. So I want to make you aware of how focus can affect our levels of happiness. With focus will come the state of happiness. And let me tell you how I discovered the relationship between focus and happiness. So there was this time I went to a Vipassana meditation retreat a few years ago. There you had to meditate hours and hours each day. I really didn't like to meditate for that long, because for me it was extremely boring, just sitting there and doing nothing. So I would always find myself wandering off in my mind thinking about breakfast or having a holiday, or how many more days there's left in this meditation retreat. Now, over time, I began to observe my state of mind, the level of my happiness when I go through these experiences. And what I discovered that whenever my mind was wandering off, I wasn't happy. And in those times, when I tried my best to focus on what I was doing, to simply just be present, I experienced a profound sense of happiness. And this was consistent. And so I began to question myself. Does this only apply in meditation, or would the state of focus would also work on other activities? Because in the past I used to think there's still a part of me which believed that it's the activity which gives you happiness. So I started testing out when I went out of the meditation retreat into my daily life. I tried to do everything in focus. Walking on the street, washing dishes, using computer, using internet. And I realized that every time I was in complete focus, I was experiencing the same profound sense of happiness. That was when I realized that happiness does not come from the quality of the activity, but rather from the state of mind that we have when we do a particular thing. So that's why it's important for you to be in focus in whatever you're doing. Because unhappiness is experienced when you let your mind wander off. Unhappiness is experienced when you are not present. So if we apply focus on the most mundane, the most boring things in life, we can still enjoy it. We can still experience happiness. Remember, it's not the activity, but rather the state of mind we're in that creates happiness and enjoyment in whatever we do in life. Now at first, this will be difficult to do, because the reason why we're not focused is because we don't have the intention to be focused. We desire more for our mind to wander off. But the more you try to be focused, the more you try to be in a focused state, and whatever you do, the more you will allow the mind to experience the happiness that comes from the state of focus, and the more intention you will naturally develop to be in the state of focus. So it will become easier and easier by simply trying to be focused all the time. So in summary, try to be in a focused state in whatever you do in life, because from focus comes the state of happiness. And the more you try, the easier it will become.